Okay, what's up? What's up, everyone? I am just watching the election. It is crazy. Um, yeah, so basically, I think these states that are red-ish, but not like a brown red, they're leading Trump's support. Um, then what do you call it? These blue states are already decided. So New York has always been a blue state. That is just interesting. Um, you know, hold on. I'm just trying to confirm that I'm live right now, guys. So yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So no, it's just crazy how it's crazy how the how fast it's they're closing this year, and sometimes it could take like another day or two if they have like a tie, or there's all kinds of scenarios that basically mean that they have to like sometimes do a recount or whatever. But yeah, so Kamala just got the New York. That is crazy. Um, and I guess these darker blue states are not decided yet, but they're leading Kamala. So yeah, and then Trump just scored Florida and Georgia and North Carolina. North Carolina, Virginia is leading the Trump support. So I mean, he's got like almost half the United States, right? I mean, it's very obvious. And this is like kind of live updating. So you could, this is Google, right? So you could check this out. Um, but it doesn't explain a lot. So that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Let me see if I'm still live. So I'm just watching these guys. I mean, this is really interesting. And yeah, Trump is by 78 points, like he's 79 points, like he's yeah. But I wonder if they take all the votes into account. I mean, it's pretty interesting because they have like electoral college credits and these kind of things. That would be cool if they actually show the number of votes per state per candidate. That would be really cool. That would be really 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 cool. Okay, now just checking everything here, guys. All right, yeah. All right, so this hasn't changed much. I'm gonna refresh this. Wow. Okay, nothing changed, but so these blue states again, these ones are leading Kamala supporters. So they have. Oh wow, they actually do a vote count. What? I didn't know this, guys. But if you hover, and I mean, I'm not questioning nothing, but if you hover here, I guess it's based on the population, right? Of how many people are in that state. But yeah, if you hover, you can see the amount of votes, which is good. This is something that really is useful to see. And I guess they're getting this information from the Associated Press, which I have no idea if they're, a news organization or what. I don't know how they get the data about the election, but it's almost like, you know, these states, they they reported real quick. Wow, Kentucky has a bigger population than I thought, but 60%. Wow. Anyway, these states, these red states, okay, you know, they were fast, and it's not just a time difference, but it's like always Georgia. You know, there's always a delay with Georgia. I mean, come on, and it's such a close tie with Georgia. Look at that. I mean, it's almost 50-50, right? There's always a problem with Georgia. I mean, like a delay. Um, that is interesting though, because there is always a delay with Georgia. And let me just see here. Hold on. Just checking everything here. But yeah, always Georgia, guys. What the heck? Always a delay with Georgia. I mean, like, why is that? It's always every year Georgia, and sometimes it's like delayed by like even a day or two. Like they really delayed the election. Georgia, you know, Maine. I'm surprised they're actually a Trump-led state. That is crazy. Um, but no, this is cool because yeah, if you're using a computer, you can actually see the votes, like how many. So finally, the Texas, they basically closed their decision, which is good. But I was surprised because Texas was taking quite a while. But Texas is a Trump state. Wow, there was a lot of people in Texas that voted for Kamala, so that's good. Um, Virginia, what? Virginia is still in debate. It's real close for Virginia, and North Carolina. I'd say North Carolina probably would be a Trump state. Georgia probably too, but last election. I think they're a Biden state. I mean, we could look at the last election. Let's refresh this and see if it updated at all. It probably didn't, but let's just see. No, well, no. But this map is moving so fast today, guys. Like, I mean, I'm refreshing this like every, minute or 2 minutes sometimes, and it just like the points are going up. But I guess they got to get 270. So, you know, let's see. These states are completely grayed out, which means there's nothing to say about them. I mean, we really don't know. But California is almost always a blue state based on so many previous elections, right? So, California is a big state and probably get a lot of votes for Kamala. They always do get, they always are a blue state. And same thing with Arizona and Washington and Oregon. Nevada, yeah, Nevada is sometimes a blue state. Hawaii, usually a blue state. It's so funny how the left is really blue and the right is very red. Um, but yeah, I mean, Trump is really kind of in the lead now. So you guys can comment below who you want to see win in this election. But this is a very historic election, and you know, it was like at the end we did not expect Kamala to run, but some people predicted that. Um, we thought really that it would be Biden versus Trump, in this term. I mean, this election, and the numbers, the runner ups changed, so candidates changed. Um, but this is interesting. This is going to be an interesting election. Um, there's a lot of talk about TikTok getting banned, and this, in January, all kinds of things like that. So the election is going to really determine a lot of things about business and social media, and the wars that we have um, currently going on right now in the Middle East and Ukraine, Russia. So, we got to really, really think about the future of the United States and how this next president is either going to change our course or keep it the same, you know? So, change isn't always a good thing, but sometimes it is, right? I mean, they say when you're doing the same thing over and over and over, it's insanity, you know? So, I don't, I did, I'll be honest, man, like, I probably, you know, a lot of people didn't vote, is what I want to say. And, you know, I can understand them a lot, but they actually do count your votes here, which is interesting. So Texas, 4 million people voted, 4 million people for Trump, and 3.5 million for Kamala. That is interesting how it shows, the actual what do you call it? The count. That is cool. So yeah, these other states, different time zones. So they said some polls we won't know the results until like 1 a.m. So I think that's Eastern Standard Time, 1 a.m. Um, wow, Montana. I mean, they should just say it's Trump, right? I mean, I'm just joking. But yeah, 57. That's a far lead. I mean, I didn't think Minnesota. Let's see, Montana. Nah, we don't know yet. Maine. Wow. And you can watch the count. It's sometimes, going up. Like if you check here. Wow, Maine is such a small population, isn't it? Of voters. Like they get 4 electoral votes, so that's a lot for such a small population of voters, right? Um, I still don't understand this voting system fully, but I mean, this explains it a little more, doesn't it? That is crazy. Okay. Hmm. Let me see. Just gonna keep an eye on this, guys. You can watch this screen and, you know, just let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna keep it updating. Let's see. Florida. That's amazing. Florida won. I mean, Trump won Florida. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Alright, let's look down here. We're gonna check out the rest of the results page. So I guess these are other people that were running. So we had Jill Stein, Chase Oliver, Libertarian Party. They always run, but they never have. I don't know if we've ever had a Green Party president, right? But they did get quite a lot of votes. I mean, that is cool. That is super cool. And yeah, live results of the election. Florida projected for Trump. Georgia polls finally close. So we are live, guys. We are checking this election, and so far we haven't seen any moves. But when Georgia closes, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, these are all red states. So we're gonna see a massive, decision based on those. That'll probably bring, I don't know how much, but it might bring them up. Well, we can count here, right? How many points? So this would bring them up to like 200 maybe. So this is 16. Wow. Okay, so if Georgia closes, this will go up by 16, I guess. North Carolina again, this will go up by 16. Virginia, this will go up by 13. That is crazy. That is insane. So far, oh wow, this is a lot of only. I can't believe that. Not there's probably 250 million people in the United States and only 30 million voted so far. Wow. That is kind of low, guys. So that's like less than half of the population that votes. I mean, that is really maybe 30% so far. I mean, let's just see how many votes we get. Um, this year's election looks a lot more organized. I'll just say it like that. Um, so these are blue states. Michigan is a huge state. 15, 15. So this is what sometimes happens is, um, this is really true. I mean, is what happens is overnight, some people like they don't get to 270, so they have to decide the next day, and sometimes the other candidates will catch up or whatever. This has happened in the past. So for example, right? Let's say they both get up to 200, but it's not 270. Just like a scenario, and then it's gonna be nighttime, so like they'll have to check the next day, and then you know one or the other might catch up if they're a tie, and then they'll determine the winner the next day or something. Like that's happened many times. I don't know, a few elections. I mean, um, so yeah, I mean that's been how it's sometimes goes. So these states, a lot of these states are gonna be probably Kamala. This map is very strategic. I mean, even though you know Trump has always kind of got the most points initially, and in the last election as well. But sometimes when the blue states catch up, because their time zone is different, we start to see a shift in the votes on the blue side. So yeah, I mean it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Then these big states like Michigan, um, Michigan is gonna contribute a lot of electoral votes if it is a blue state, and Pennsylvania has a huge amount of credits. So it's like 19. That's big for it's a small state though. I don't know why. Maybe because it's one of the most political states. Um, but yeah, that is interesting how it has 19 credits. Okay, let me see now. All right, so the map has been not updating. As soon as I check it, earlier it was updating super fast. You know, we went from 0 to like 100 in like right away. It was so fast, and you know, it just hasn't been updating. So just gonna keep my eye on it. Hmm. Okay. I'm just checking my. Ah. All right. Mm. All right. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna come back. I need to restart my live. So I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. All right, guys. Thank you for watching today. Give me 1 second.